Bolstering security for area college students is one of the main focuses right now for leaders at Western Nebraska Community College. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in Western Nebraska and Eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, officials at Western Nebraska Community College are seeking a comprehensive review of security operations at the Scottsbluff, Sidney, and Alliance campuses. Requests for proposals from qualified firms are due on December 10th, and a completed report will be sought by May of 2019. Included in the RFP would be site visits to examine the current security environment at each campus, with a report prioritizing threats, identifying solutions, and estimating realistic costs for each location.
We're not the East Coast, the West Coast, so we're out here dealing with a constrained budget of funds to implement some of these proposals, so we're not looking for the sky in terms of what could be done.
Knapper says the RFP has been advertised nationwide, and so far, 20 firms have expressed some level of interest. He says the bid could be awarded during the January Board of Governors meeting, and the successful company would be asked to help create plans to implement security improvements and monitor their impact. Well, it was a busy evening at the Scottsbluff County Commissioner's boardroom last night as the Chamber of Commerce hosted a candidate forum for those running for office. Things started off with Terrytown City Council candidates Jerry Green and Mike Minzy tackling questions, followed by 3 of the 4 running for the Gering School Board. Next, Scottsbluff County Clerk candidates Kelly Sides and Kurt Zadina field questions from the media panel. And then afterwards, the Scottsbluff School Board candidates talked education and their vision for the district for the next 4 years. Closing out the forum featured the largest field of candidates, which featured the 5 people running for Scottsbluff City Council. Incumbent Jordan Colwell was joined by challengers Joanne Phillips, Nathan Green, Terry Schaub, and Jean McCarrigan. Afterwards, moderator Kevin Mooney said that he felt the turnout was good and that all of the candidates responded to the questions well.
I think most of them were very prepared. They knew the issues. A few times we maybe stumped them a little bit on some things, but overall I thought the candidates did a very good job.
KNEB's Scott Miller, Brad Stamen from the Star-Herald, and Brian Sherrard from NBC Nebraska represented the media panel that asked the candidates the questions. Well, straight ahead, how's that trick-or-treating weather going to be tonight? Bill Boyer has your full forecast right after this on KNEB.TV News.
At Platte Valley Bank, we understand that you have a busy life, and that means you don't always have time to come to the bank. That's why we offer user-friendly online and mobile banking with features such as iPay, recurring transfers, and mobile deposit. So you can bank how you want, when you want to. Whether you prefer to bank in person, over the phone, or online, Platte Valley Bank makes it easy to take care of your finances.
My big secret for designing a quality kitchen on a budget is J&K Cabinetry. They have all the great standard features that my clients love. Solid wood doors and frames, soft close doors and drawers, dovetail joinery. The quality is amazing. J&K Cabinetry has 17 beautiful locations, sells directly to designers, contractors, and dealers, and provides plenty of options for a semi-custom look. But the most important thing is having a satisfied client and just seeing how much they love their kitchen. J&K Cabinetry, a new kitchen around you.
ZM Lumber in Scottsbluff, your local headquarters for J&K Cabinetry.
How did Arby's finally make the turkey sandwich exciting? We deep fried it. Just the turkey part, not the whole sandwich. For now.
Arby's, we have the meats.
For sandwiches.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the Arby's Weather Center. Arby's, we have the meats.
We'll start right off with our planner this evening. We'll see clear skies. Pretty nice trick-or-treating weather out there. Temps falling into the 30s after 10 o'clock or so. No tricks tonight, just treats in the forecast. It is going to be breezy tomorrow, maybe late Saturday, some showers. Otherwise, cloudy skies coming in. 53 yesterday for a high after a low of 31. Officially a trace of precip here at the station. Picked up a couple hundredths up in Torrington, but all in all, it was pretty dry out there yesterday. Just a few brief showers. Dancing tonight, trick-or-treating, wherever you're heading out. 47 or so, that'll be your temp as we go through the next couple of hours, and then temps will fall off later than that. So generally speaking, we're looking pretty nice out there. Getting on the bus tomorrow with sunshine to start the day, clear skies. It'll be 32 degrees, and on the way home, a little breezy at times. Windy conditions, about 56 tomorrow afternoon. So things looking pretty good out there. We have low 50s across eastern Nebraska right now, low to mid 50s here across our area. Look at Laramie checking in at 37 cold degrees out there. We have right around 50 for most of us, a few upper 40s, 49 in Kimball and Sidney, 47 up in Harrison. Winds are fairly light right now. Exception is just off to our west. Here in the high country, some winds coming in out of the west that we'll be concerned about as we go through the evening hours tonight. Those stronger winds should stay to the west tonight, but they will come across our area tomorrow. So as we go through the day, overnight tonight, just a scattering of clouds, mainly clear skies. Low temperatures are going to fall into the 30s tonight, 29 in Ogallala, 30 up in Chadron, 35 in Wheatland. Tomorrow, notice we're going to be talking about winds, especially by mid to late morning. Starting to see the winds pick up here out of the west-northwest. Coming in a little stronger by tomorrow afternoon. It'll bring maybe an isolated shower or two across the region. Those winds blow out of here, though, by late tomorrow and into early Friday morning. We're partly cloudy to start the day. Again, highs tomorrow, pretty much where they've been the last couple of days, in the upper 50s. So tonight, clear skies, no issues, 31 for a low. Tomorrow, mainly sunny, but it is going to be some gusty breezes at times, maybe 15 to 25 miles an hour. And then our 7-day forecast looking about the same. Some late day showers Friday. That may be our best chance of rain coming up in the next 7 days. We'll see windy conditions on Saturday, it looks like. Sunday probably, and Monday just cloudy skies. And then as we get into Tuesday, breezy conditions as well. For Election Day, maybe a sprinkle or two around, and highs right around 50. And yes, we do fall back this weekend as daylight savings time comes to an end. Change those clocks back 1 hour from 2 to 1 a.m. as you go to bed Saturday night and wake up into early Sunday morning.
How did Arby's finally make the turkey sandwich exciting? We deep fried it. Just the turkey part, not the whole sandwich. For now.
Arby's, we have the meats.
For sandwiches.
Care Heilbronn, State Farm agent, is here to protect all the moving parts of your life. With auto, home, life, and financial services, Care Heilbronn and her team make it simple to bring together what matters to you.
Who is Hydrotex? Hydrotex manufactures and distributes high-performance lubricants and fuel improvers. We've been helping customers improve their operations for over 80 years with products made in the USA. We sell directly to customers and cut out the middleman and offer excellent service and value. Our products last longer and work better so that you spend less time maintaining equipment and more time making money. Whether you're in a factory, farm, fleet, or food processing facility, Hydrotex can help you. Visit hydrotexoil.com or call 308-635-8162.
The leaves are turning and the temperatures are cooling, so it's time to come harvest the deals at the Viera Wireless Fall Savings Sale. Right now, get your family high-speed, truly unlimited mobile data for just $35 per line with 4 lines. Prices have never been lower for unlimited data. Plus, trade in your current phone and get up to $500 off the latest iPhone and Samsung models. Those are incredible savings on the most popular and advanced smartphones. Don't miss out on our Fall Savings Sale. Hurry into Viera today.
Welcome back. Scottsbluff Public Schools has been presented with the 2018 Values Driven Award of Excellence from Advanced. Superintendent Rick Miles and Director of Curriculum and Instruction Mike Mason received the award this week at the Midwest Regional Fall Conference in Illinois, and the award recognizes institutions in the Midwest who systematically model values through their day-to-day efforts to improve outcomes for their students. Well, the residents at the Western Nebraska State Veterans Home in Scottsbluff were treated to a spooktacular Halloween party this morning. Singer Clyde Alvin Massengill crooned fun songs to attendees this morning, and there were lots of tasty Halloween treats available for folks to enjoy. John Brem Jr., the president of the VFW Auxiliary, says that the goal today was to bring a little extra holiday cheer this Halloween.
Well, the Veterans Home, they try to keep a lot of activities, bingos, and these parties, and it gives them something to do besides sit in a room, look at the four walls, and I bring the dog out as much as I can. If I don't, they ask me, hey, where's your pup? So it gives them something to do, and it's kind of giving back to those who gave us freedom, and I think it's important that we all, come out as much as we can.
This event was hosted by the local Department of Veterans Affairs chapter, the VFW Post 1681, and the VFW Auxiliary. And hunters from across the country returned to rural Nebraska this past weekend to partake in a coveted outdoor tradition, the opening of pheasant season. Nebraska Game and Parks Commission says compared to 2017, hunter success on the opening weekend was slightly higher for pheasants, but hunting pressure was relatively low across the state. Here in the Panhandle, most hunters were observed hunting public lands, including wildlife management areas and open fields and water properties. Law enforcement contacted 113 hunters who harvested 31 pheasants. Quail, pheasants, and prairie grouse seasons continue through January 31st, and permits can be purchased at outdoornebraska.org. Well, coming up after the break, the Nebraska Cornhuskers are on their longest win streak of the season. Jason and Sean catch up to recap the win over Bethune-Cookman and the task ahead with Ohio State. They'll be back right after this.
Exceptional care, right here at home. That's the mission of Morrill County Community Hospital. Morrill County Community Hospital is a 20-bed critical access hospital that owns and operates clinics throughout Bridgeport, including specialty outreach clinics and Morrill County Home Health Clinic, as well as Chimney Rock Medical Center, located in Bayard. Our dedicated team is committed to you and our community every time at Morrill County Community Hospital, Bridgeport, Nebraska. Winter weather brings winter clothing to compliments for you and your home. Start with women's fashion from FDJ, Renoir, Montana Company, and many more. We have beautiful and original ladies' fashions that appeal to women of all ages and sizes. Also, remember to complement your outfit with a bag from Melly Bianco. Finally, get your home ready for the holiday season with decor that brings joy to your life.
Join us at Compliments Thursday, November 1st for our holiday open house.
Now sports from the Western Hearing Clinic Sports Desk. Western Hearing Clinic, the Panhandle's premier hearing health center facility, helping you hear what matters most.
Well, today, once again, we're joined by Sean Callahan, the publisher of HuskerOnline.com, as we take our weekly look at Nebraska football. Sean, thanks a lot for the time. Here we go. 2 in a row. It seemed like Saturday was kind of like old times for the Huskers.
You emptied out the bench, and a bunch of kids from around the state of Nebraska got opportunities to play in the game. At one time, you had a quarterback from Wahoo Newman, a running back from Boone Central, a defensive end from Loop City making a sack, a defensive back from Blair on the field. So it had kind of an old school Saturday feel. And, part of me thinks that's what Scott Frost really wanted. And they're making a strong push to a lot of kids around the state, especially with the walk-on program. And that was big to have a day like that, just to have some tangible evidence about getting some of these kids on the field, because they took snaps away from some scholarship guys that, didn't get opportunities on Saturday. I thought that was pretty cool to see.
One thing that Coach had to like was they put that game away early. There was no doubt on Saturday who was going to win.
Yeah, you look at how it played out. Nebraska was up 14-0, Jason, before Bethune-Cookman ran their fourth play from scrimmage. So you think about it in those terms. Nebraska drives down the field, scores. Defense gets a 3-and-out. Special teams touchdown by J.D. Spielman, 14-0. And from that point on, you kind of knew it was going to be a day like that, and it was just a matter of when Scott Frost wanted to pull back. And I think it became fairly evident. He's like, let's get the work in. Let's get Devine, J.D., Adrian, Stanley, Morgan, their reps and what they need to get done in the first half, and then we're going to go to the reserves in the second half. And Nebraska could have put 100 points up if they wanted to on Saturday, but that was not the mission of that game. It was to get the work done when they needed to and then allow a lot of other guys into the game, which we saw. I know we tracked the numbers, and as far as offensive and defensive snaps, not special teams, 30 guys played for the offense, 37 took snaps on defense.
In your estimation, how much has his team improved in the last month or so?
Well, I think it's fairly evident. They're still very thin, though, on defense, and they can't get around that. They don't have the pass rush. They don't have the depth. And that's where they're going to probably run into problems on Saturday at Ohio State. Ohio State's obviously deeper on offense, and they're going to be able to move the ball. But I think you're seeing the offenses have that swagger, that confidence. When Scott Frost came here, we thought this was going to be an offense that could really move the ball. It took a while for that to happen. I think the last few weeks we're really starting to get a feel for what this can be and what it's going to be with Adrian Martinez and these guys in the coming years.
How about this matchup with Ohio State? Let's face it, this series has not been kind to Nebraska since joining the Big Ten. What's kind of your outlook on Saturday?
Yeah, it's only been kind when Nebraska knocked out the starting quarterback and Joe Bowserman came in and Nebraska was able to get that huge comeback win in Lincoln. And that was before Urban Meyer. But since Urban Meyer's been there, I mean, the last two times these two teams have played, Jason, Nebraska's defense didn't even force a punt. When you put it in those terms, it's pretty scary. This is a talented team. They're as talented as any team in the conference, top 5 talent in the country. Everybody knows that. They got one of the best coaches in the country. I think really it's about withstanding that initial surge because Ohio State's going to come at them with everything early. They're on a bye week last week. They just got beat. So you know Urban Meyer is going to bring the kitchen sink. Can Nebraska withstand that charge and then kind of settle into a rhythm? We didn't see that at Michigan. Can they do that this time around at Ohio State?
You'd mentioned before, this is a morning game, not a night game. Is that a break for the Huskers?
I think it is. I mean, every one of these games in the series has been a night game. But this is also one of the later kicks. I mean, I guess last time Nebraska played in Columbus, it was a November night game, if I'm not mistaken. It followed the Wisconsin night game. That was a back-to-back stretch they had to play out there on. But, yeah, it's kind of a break. I know Nebraska was excited about that because they're not going to get home now at 3 or 4 in the morning. They'll get home, you know, in the early evening at 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock on Saturday. And that's what people don't understand about the night road games. You're playing an 8 Eastern game. The game might end at close to midnight. You're lucky if you're on the plane by 1:30 in the morning Eastern. So, yeah, getting back early, that will be nice to give the players the rest. But then the atmosphere of the crowd, it's still going to be it's going to be a tough place to play. But I think it dials it back a little bit at 11 a.m.
What's kind of your take on what's going on with Ohio State for a second straight year? Urban Meyer, with all of that talent, he was blown out on the road against an opponent he was expected to beat.
Yeah, I think it's all kind of caught up to him from the beginning of the year. All the pressure, all the things that happened with Zach Smith, they were able to kind of, you know, get around all that stuff. But now I just think all the things and the pressure has mounted up. And then you got Michigan now playing at such a high level. That's got their fan base on edge, knowing that they've got that game coming up. And, oh, my gosh, we're not playing at the level of Michigan right now. We're going to lose this game, too. So I just think their fan base has been so spoiled as far as success that any sign of it's not going well, it's caused panic. And it's led to a lot of rumors. Guys like Paul Feinbaum in the SEC, on SEC Network, are saying Urban Meyer's all of a sudden got health problems, and he's saying this and that. This might be his last year. In fact, I'm hearing it's his last year. Urban Meyer actually had to address that he does plan to be back to coach Ohio State next year. So there's just been a lot of added distractions, and I think that Purdue game followed by the fact they're on bye, has really opened up the speculation and rumors about Urban Meyer.
One final question before I let you go. On Saturday, if Nebraska is to make a game of this, do you see it kind of developing into a shootout?
I don't see Nebraska's defense being able to consistently stop Ohio State. So if they're to make a game of this, it's going to have to be the offense is clicking and Adrian Martinez can make some special things happen. And we've seen that this year. And that's what I'm most intrigued about. How much better has this team gotten maybe since that Michigan game? And can Adrian play a lot better this time around?
We'll see what happens on Saturday. Sean, as always, thanks a lot.
Thanks, Jason.
And that was Sean Callahan, the publisher of HuskerOnline.com. I'm Jason Jorgensen.
There's a place where folks still play with fire. The common ground between backyard barbecue heroes and professional chefs. This is where friendships are forged, fire and flavor come together, and new techniques are perfected. Here in Big Green Egg Country, cooking is still treated as an art form. And since the most versatile grill you'll ever own comes with a lifetime warranty, you'll always have the ultimate cooking experience.
Visit the experts at Paul Reed Construction, your authorized Big Green Egg dealer.
It's a friendly town, that's for sure. Not too big, not too small. Seems like everybody knows your name.
We stick together through thick and thin. That's the way it's always been, 'cause where we live is still our claim to fame. We love this town, this grand old town. There's not another town like this around. We got it all right here in our own backyard. We love this town. We love this town. We love this town.
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
The kids need to run off some energy after school or too cold to play outside? Bring them to Planet Bounce at the Monument Mall. With many bounce houses, a concession stand, and the largest redemption arcade around, Planet Bounce has hours of fun. Call today to schedule your birthday party, or ask Ron about renting a bounce house for your party, office party, or corporate event. Open Wednesday through Sunday, Planet Bounce Family Fun Center at the Monument Mall.
Local lending. We're here for you from start to finish. Keeping money in our economy. Supporting local jobs. Giving back to our community. Investing in entrepreneurship. Making our quiet towns a destination. At Platte Valley Bank, we support local because we are local.
And finally tonight, Gering Public Schools is working to get students ready for college or a career, even when it comes to kids as young as kindergarten. At Lincoln Elementary, it's the first year of the College and Career Ready program to instill a sense of empowerment among children by helping them learn about themselves and becoming problem solvers and critical thinkers. In addition to a weekly presentation by community leaders from all walks of life, Principal Pam Barker says students track their progress in notebooks, starting with the basics in kindergarten and progressing to more detailed work into third grade and beyond.
They do longer writings, paragraph writing. Their assessments look different. Their goals look different. And then when you get to 5th and 6th grade, they're pretty specific as what they want to accomplish by the end of the school year.
Barker says it's never too early to get kids started to think about what they want to do later in life, and the school's focus on being engaged will help build the foundations of each child's journey into young adulthood. She says the program has also helped develop the social skills needed in today's workforce environment. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a happy Halloween, and we'll see you back here next time.